Anxiety in silence. When nobody speaks, when nobody expresses emotions, neither fear nor anger, nothing. When everything stays inside. This turbulent silence provokes great anxiety to me. Can you tell us something about the anxiety of that which is not spoken? Petros?
Well, anxiety is always related to that which is not spoken. A few years ago, there was a seminar by a lot of psychoanalytic schools, Lacanian schools, and the theme was that which cannot be said. And the urge there was to push to be said as much as possible around the whole of the not be able to say it, of the trauma. And my response to that was that which cannot be said is an act. Okay? The first thing you can do is to start being able to listen to your own voice. This sort of anxiety relates to some sort of a fear. Of course, I'm generalizing now, but that's what I get. The fear of hearing our own voice saying the things we might not want to hear. If we are so silent and our body absorbs everything, of course, this is a recipe for illnesses. But the first thing we have to do is to start speaking to ourselves. Sessions with a psychoanalyst, psychotherapist, whatever, whoever, they allow you to speak and they don't give you guidance and techniques. You need to start articulating stuff, okay? Not related to your anxiety, but there is something with the voice there. There isn't a good connection with this person's voice. So the body will absorb or will take the position of articulating desire through various ways. Okay, so there is a desire in speaking here, but it's a desire of bringing anxiety for whatever reasons that we're not going to analyze now. Let's say if I had such an analyst, the first thing I would do with them is to try to build their voice. I wouldn't care what they say, but I would try to build their voice, because probably they would have issue in talking sessions. They would be able to speak for only a few minutes.
Thank you, Petros. Penny?
Well, even if people are not lending their body to the voice is speaking. So the voice is speaking whenever, when we're thinking. Well, when we're thinking in language, and that's having effects, including physiological effects. So if there's a silence at some level, there's a whole ideology. There's a whole idea of anticipating and interpreting what that silence implies. Even if in that moment there isn't articulated thought, the fact that there's anxiety implies that there are lots of ideas that this is, let's say, I won't say hostile, but certainly a very disorienting or disturbing environment. Because if one's in the right place or feels in the right place, if there's silence, one can just be relaxed and be with others even in silence, and just feel secure to be there. It's really about your sense of place, even your right to exist in the presence of this other. Okay, so it's really about your, again, very intimate things, your sense of place, your sense of value, and also what you think and feel about the other. When we're experiencing anxiety, we're also in relation to others, we're also experiencing all our, let's say, hostile interpretations of the other. If I'm thinking, I love this other, I'm not going to be feeling anxiety. I'm going to feel my subjectivity, and I'm going to experience my attitude. Whereas if I'm feeling anxious in the presence of the other, I'm attributing to them the hostility, distrust, etc. that I feel.